This is a demonstration living shoreline project at the Delaware Botanic Gardens at Pepper Creek, and with our great primary partners, the Delaware Center for Inland Bays and the Delaware Botanic Gardens at Pepper Creek. The project is located along the north shore of the tidal Pepper Creek, a tributary of the Indian River Bay. The Botanic Gardens can be broken up into 3 ecozones. The first zone being an open meadow area that includes a manicured native plant garden, a sloped forested area, and a shoreline. As you can see, this is a unique destination filled with a lot of character, including features such as 7 to 10 foot wide bird nests that are made from waste material during path clearing. The purpose of the project is to provide a nature-based conventional living shoreline demonstration project which provides protection to the shoreline, provides significant water quality and ecological uplift, utilizes material from the property to the greatest extent possible, and is designed to reflect the personality of the gardens. This project addressed nearly 500 linear feet along the shoreline of the project site. The project had 4 phases, i.e. main components. The first phase was anchored branch tow. The second phase was low marsh rejuvenation and wetland pollinator grove. The third phase was low marsh rejuvenation and repairing understory establishment. And the fourth phase was more low marsh rejuvenation. The first phase was the anchored branch tow. It was made exclusively from waste materials from the site. The brown line you see showing up on this diagram represents the approximate location of the tow. The anchored branch tow is made up of anchor sets, spaced 5 feet apart. Each anchor set is made up of 2 jetted in pieces of timber that are bolted together. Each timber is jetted in 3.5 to 4 feet. The exposed portion of the timber is only going to be between 18 and 20 inches. We first install the vertical portions of each set, and we link them together with bolts with cross timbers. We then install the slanted portions of the sets, and in doing so, we're trapping the cross branches into the anchor system. A little chainsaw work and cleanup, and this is what a completed section looks like. Also note, all these pictures are taken at or near low tide. During high tide, and this entire structure is underwater. This section is nearly completed, but the idea is that the existing marsh will go into this, and this wooded area will be part of the marsh edge. Any areas not vegetated landward of this tow will be planted and revegetated. Phase 2 involves a low marsh rejuvenation and a wetland pollinator grove. Low marsh rejuvenation is primarily a little bit of lighting activities by trimming some branches, and also some planting of plugs of low marsh species. The wetland pollinator grove provides a unique component to the project. Not only does it have your typical shrubs or herbaceous species which are selected to be pollinator friendly, but it also has a stand of inverted root wads. These root wads will be populated with vines in the spring. They'll provide nesting sites, perching sites, and a unique habitat for the wildlife. Phase 3 will involve a low marsh rejuvenation effort and a repairing understory establishment. It's actually a reestablishment. The low marsh rejuvenation effort here involves selective pruning to lighten the site and to plant barren areas. Even Brian's getting his hands dirty on this one. The repairing understory establishment first involves creating revetment in the style of a bird nest to hold back some soil that we will be planting with vegetation. In this photograph, you'll see the revetment that's been constructed. You'll see the backfill up to the top of the revetment, and there's a little bit of sand on top there. It's mostly topsoil. You'll see the plantings of low marsh on the right side of the revetment, and then around the edge there, you see a bunch of vines that are packed between the soil and the revetment itself. And these are basically mattresses of briar that was cleared during the past, and we're using this instead of filter fabric. This drone photography shows the Phase 3 area pretty much done. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is in the backfill area, there's going to be shrubs and some grass species planted, but other than that, it's pretty much done, and it's a pretty attractive feature both on the ground and from the air. Phase 4 is a low marsh rejuvenation. It's a little bit different from the other marsh work we've done on the other parts of the site because it's had a little more scour at this part. It's a little more exposed to some energy. So we have to do a little extra steps here. As you can see in this photograph, portions of the peat layer is being scoured away. What our goal is here is to raise the elevation to its level with that peat level, which is where the marsh wants to grow. Then we'll do the traditional planting on top of that. So here's what it looks like after it's done. You notice we have some fall plantings going in there, and that's the same with the whole site. But the intent is also to do supplemental spring plantings. We're trying to get a jump on things a little bit. And also in the background, you notice we have another inverted root wad just there to balance out the site. We have a couple others in this area as well. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention all the volunteer support we have in this project. Huge amounts of the project was put in by volunteers, and they worked very hard for a number of weeks to make this all happen. And I'd just like to thank them at this point in the talk. Part of the garden's mission is outreach education. As part of the project, we incorporated a viewing platform. This is a picture of it under construction. The platform allows you to see along the wood's edge, the marsh edge, as well as the creek. This series of photos show the platform during and after construction. Thanks a lot for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.